Thanks for joining us for Talk Pittsburgh on a Friday. Not just any Friday. We know warmer temperatures are coming our way this weekend. And the first official day of spring is only 2 weeks away.
Gosh, we're so close.
I know.
I can't wait.
Feel
So
it in the
excited.
air.
Yes. All right. Well, we have a lot planned this Friday, including what might be the coolest Pittsburgh success story you'll hear all week long. A local gaming studio brought the latest game from the massively successful God of War series to life. Today, you're getting an inside look straight from the team who built it.
Plus, what's next for Pittsburgh? Barry went to a big meeting last night with city leaders, and he's sharing what's new.
And just voted one of the country's friendliest small businesses, White Whale Bookstore's expert is sharing the new book releases and recommendations for spring.
That and so much more coming up this hour. First, though, your local headlines in under 90 seconds in our bird's eye view.
We're not far from the bridge on-ramp where we found this sign warning drivers of what they'll face in just a couple of days' time. A drive that currently takes about a minute will in just days take 20 or more.
A year after they broke ground in the Hill District, we're now getting a look at what a new music venue will look like when it opens. The area was once known as the Harlem of Pittsburgh, a hotspot for jazz. It's now home to Citizens Live at the Wiley. The goal is to bring music back to a neighborhood that was once defined by it.
We are feeling right at home today.
We absolutely are. We are coming to you live from the David L. Lawrence Convention Center. It is day one of the Pittsburgh Home and Garden Show. And you know what? Doors open in just about an hour.
Yeah, and this really has become such a tradition here on Pittsburgh Today Live. We've been doing this for years. We love getting to be here in that hour leading up to the grand opening. And, you know, Barry's joining us here at the table. You're going to see him in just a second as he pops up. But I have to tell you,
Yes.
the Home and Garden Show, it is so much fun to be live there. We do it every year.
Is it?
And you could hear the hammers going. I mean, they are down to the wire, down to the last second trying to get their sets and their booths.
And they're building
up
a whole
running.
house.
Yes.
Yes.
Did you know? Inside.
Well, not only that, but did you see they have the in-law suites now? They
Yeah.
have, like,
Okay.
That's
in-law-
new.
Yes, they have the big house that you saw last year. I love the kitchen of this one this year. You got to go check it out.
Ooh.
But right in your backyard, you could build like an in-law quarters.
Oh,
You're like, Mom and Dad, I love you.
Yeah,
I know,
but,
I know,
I
right?
had to
Don't
think
wanna
about
share a
that. like,
bathroom with
Come live with me, but out there.
yeah.
In the backyard.
But you know
though.
what? I'm going to be there live. But save recommendations. I'll ask you later. 'Cause I wanna know.
And Boaz is going to be there too. He is exploring. He was there this morning. We have him back out there, so he's going to have more coming up too.
Yeah, we also saw some other great things happening there. The Hill District, that new music venue. That's exciting.
Really, there are new things happening everywhere and really expanding on some of our traditions too. Last night, Pittsburgh leaders shared their vision for the city. And Barry, that's why we have you here at the table with us today, because you were there. You join us now with all the tea. Is it hot? Is it
love tea.
bubbling?
There was a lot of tea. There was a lot. Look at all those people. First of all, let me talk about all those people there.
Yes. Yeah.
So
Look at
this
that.
is PDP, Pittsburgh Downtown Partnership's annual meeting. Okay, it's an official meeting. More people were there this year than ever in the past, in decades, 400. And they invite like the city leaders and people who are part of this. Why I was invited, I have no idea.
VIPs like Barry Pinto.
I don't
You're
know
very
why I was there.
important, Barry.
But the cool thing about being there is I learned such great things. One of the big things I learned, you know, you've heard me talk about this before, because all three of us, if you don't know, we're from here.
Yeah.
We're
Yes.
born and raised
Yes,
here.
that's right.
Yes.
It's so easy to go, I want to go, I call it back to the Kaufman's, Gimbals, and Horns days. You know what I mean? That dynamic downtown Pittsburgh.
past that.
There's the trolleys. I know, we talked
Yes,
about this a little earlier, but
Yeah.
I just want downtown to be that vibrant place. So what I learned yesterday is downtown, they are working very hard, successfully, and I'll tell you some things they're doing, to make downtown a more vibrant place, but it just will never be that again.
Yeah.
But here's why, and this is what I really learned and connected some dots yesterday. Post-COVID, and with all of the latest technology, we just don't have people working in offices as much as we used to. And when you think of those dynamic days that made downtown so successful and thriving, is so many people worked downtown.
Yeah.
Well, now we can send an email in seconds. We can jump on a Zoom meeting. Even for people who are being called back to work, they don't necessarily need to be in that place. So because the office space is gone, now they're saying, what are we going to do with downtown to attract more people?
All
You know,
right, so
we've
give
talked
it to
about
us.
this before.
What is it? Give it to us.
You know
We're
what?
so
It's
excited.
residences.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
and they are doing extremely well with the residency rate downtown. My understanding is their goal is 15,000 people
Downtown.
living downtown. Take, for example, the golf building. You know what the golf building
Yes.
is, right? That incredible piece of giant architecture downtown. They are planning to make that part hotel, part residences, and part private club.
Wow.
So with retail on the bottom. So much of what they're doing here is transforming downtown successfully into what it will become.
Well, pre-COVID, downtown was the fastest growing neighborhood in the city. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
And so it's exciting to see that we're
Wow.
getting back to that.
And it's
Yeah.
getting back to that. And go ahead.
Well, I just have one question because I
Yes.
heard this dropped as I was walking into the studio, something about roller skating.
Oh, yes.
And I need to know more. Like, here's my thing. I'm
Okay.
trying to teach myself how to roller skate again. The
Are you?
problem is that being outside on roller skates is not easy because there's so much like gravel and rocks. Like, we don't have, it's not conducive necessarily.
Even though you have all the gear, like you have the leg warmers and the knee
Yeah, but
pads, so she's ready.
You roll over
Yeah.
a little rock and oh my gosh, you're like all over the place.
I
So-
want to see you roller skating in the studio. We have
I'll
the
bring
floors.
him.
Do it. Do it. Do
I'll
it.
bring
Will you
him.
let me do
Don't-
it?
yeah.
Mary,
let's-
don't let her, don't encourage her.
Come on, no, you too. Let's do it. Some Friday producers, we all want to roller skate. All right, so let me tell you. Let me tell you what's going on with that. So where am I, by the way? Is it this camera?
Right
I'm
here in the
You're
middle.
fair.
I'm
Yeah.
Okay,
Speak
I'm
to the
sorry.
people, Barry.
I'm just visiting. I don't know what's going on. Okay, so look, here's the thing. All right, so to the roller skating. Jeremy Waldrop, who is president
Yep.
of the PDP, says it's not only about the buildings, it's what's happening in between the buildings. So he's focusing a lot on not just like the golf tower, which is exciting, One Oxford Center that's being transformed, that's exciting, but what's happening with all the green spaces in the in-between things.
Yeah.
So we just learned it yesterday, they are going to add year-round roller skating to Market Square.
Look at that.
Can you believe that?
So fun.
Like,
yeah.
I sent an email this morning right away to their PR person. What's that going to look like? Do you have a
Yes.
rendering? You know, I want to know.
Yeah.
Well, because you can't roller skate without music. So to me, that means
jeez, that's
we're
random.
going to have music
Music
going.
pumped in.
I mean, you've seen the videos. This is what social media has done this in so many big ways where you have like choreographed dances at the roller skate.
Oh, that's hilarious.
That's what
Heather.
I'm thinking of.
Heather wants
Yes.
music.
So I'm just thinking, like, if we're doing an outdoor roller skating rink, then we need music pumping.
Yeah.
We need vibrancy.
We need all of
Yeah.
it. And is this during lunch hour? Like, is this all
no,
day?
I mean, this is, I said, like I said, this morning, I sent an email out right away. What does this look like? How is this going to be? Let me tell you something, though. Let me tell you something. That's a TikTok thing. Anyway, so look.
You're so relevant.
So listen, my sister-in-law for Christmas this year gave my kids and her kids, and that they're all in their 20s, a roller skating party at a roller rink on Neville Island.
Yeah.
So my point is, I think it's coming back, so I think they're on trend. So lest anyone think roller skating, that's
Yeah.
so yesterday. No, I think it's like coming back, and
telling
I
you.
think because of the success of PPG and the ice skating, that's seasonal.
Yeah.
Imagine roller skating year-round in Market Square.
So let me tell you this, Barry, because
Okay.
Mikey and I talked about this, probably a couple weeks ago. We did this whole thing on the Post-Gazette had a wonderful article about what the next 50 years will look like for Pittsburgh.
Right.
And they basically, to your point and to what the PDP was saying, that we don't have the downtown shopping that we maybe once had. We don't have that same vibrancy, so what should we do? And their article was basically saying we should turn it into an entertainment hub, kind of like what Nashville has done. You want to make it a destination for people to come to so that they can do things. And I think up until now, so much of what Pittsburghers do is we eat and we drink.
Yeah,
You go to a
a lot
restaurant,
of
you go to a bar. You know, we need things to do, and this is great if they can add some entertainment to
And part of the
downtown.
representation there, of course, you saw the mayor in that picture. The county executive Sarah Inamorata was there. There was also let me just get the right name, the correct
Mr.
name.
Reader.
No, this is to what you
Serious.
said. Kendra Whitlock Ingram, who's president and CEO of the Pittsburgh Cultural Trust, was there. And you know about this because I think you've been live. One of your shows have been live in the Cultural District. That's really revved up. They were talking about, do you know, on the coldest day, remember when it was like, we'll have to ask Ron, 14 below or something ridiculous?
Yeah.
Wicked was sold out and everyone showed up. And I think she said there's been, in the month of the coldest period, 100,000 people at that region of the
I
Cultural
think I
Trust.
was there
So
that
I think
day.
that's already happening, Heather, is what I'm saying, that they're
Very
successfully
quickly,
doing that.
because I know we're running out of time.
Okay.
Any news on the draft? That's the big thing, and I know that the PDP, Visit Pittsburgh, the mayor's office, they're all working hand in hand with this.
Yes, and this was another thing that shocked me. I went expecting to hear all about the draft and how we're getting ready. We've heard a lot of that. They're doing incredible things. The message was, what about after the draft?
Okay.
Quote, how do we make sure the spotlight doesn't fade after
the draft,
the
right.
draft? So these guys
So
are
smart.
they're really working to keep Pittsburgh dynamic in that way.
What worries me, I think, the most is that we're going to patch potholes, not fix the streets. I don't want to see the city, making these small, tiny repairs that will be good enough for a long weekend, but not something that's good enough to hold.
Yeah.
You see what happens with the Olympics. They build these massive structures, they do these big things, and then they're done.
Yeah.
They're not used. So let's put the city to use.
I can tell you from being there last night, they are not only cognizant of that, they are very aggressively making sure that is not the case. But all these wonderful things they're building will last and stay. And instead of making Pittsburgh an afterthought, make it a forethought. Use the draft to shine the spotlight and keep it there.
Oh, so many great things happening in the city. We have Ferris wheel coming. We have all of these things happening in Market Square.
It's a great place, right?
Yes.
I love Pittsburgh.
Okay.
Yeah, I do.
Thanks for joining us at the table, Barry.
I love it.
all the
Anytime.
tea. Still to come on Talk Pittsburgh, wisdom comes with age. So for our question of the week, we want to know what's something you've learned that you wish you knew in your 20s. We're revealing your answers ahead.
And from a romance that's far from romantic to the latest project from a writer of Ted Lasso, Heather's got your popcorn plans for the weekend.
And if you were watching PTL this morning, look, they already kicked Barry out.
Wow. Bye, Barry.
Home and Garden Showtime. Boaz is checking out some of this year's vendors. Did you bring enough shopping bags with you, Boaz?
There is so much here. Yeah, if I want to buy a bathtub, I definitely do not have the shopping bag for that. But coming up and a little bit later, I'm going to be showing you the farm and table section. There are a lot of delicious things to taste over here. That's a little bit later.
All right, thanks, Boaz. And we're getting your weekend started with some brand new music. Jennifer Lopez is back with a new song. This is Save Me Tonight, featuring David Guetta.
Right now, the convention center is packed with design ideas, dream homes, and plenty of inspiration thanks to the Pittsburgh Home and Garden Show. This was earlier on PTO when Boaz gave us a sneak peek inside several different exhibits. He even had a chance to show off his green thumb and obviously had a blast doing all of it.
He did, yeah. So clearly he's settling in because he's still there. Boaz, we know there are so many things to explore. What are you getting into now?
Well, I just met my new best friend. This little, is this a goat or a sheep?
This is a sheep.
Okay, this is Monica from Capricious Goats. Yeah.
And this is Michael Bleaton, because he has like Beetlejuice hair.
Oh, I love it. So cute. And so you come down here and create this snuggle station so people can come and cuddle baby goats and sheep.
Yeah, that's what we do. We're here both weekends to cuddle, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And this helps us to socialize our animals so that when they're ready at a year old to go out on a grazing crew, that they're comfortable being in someone else's area and around the public.
Wow. And so this isn't just sort of fun for people. This is helpful for the goats because in a year or so, if someone has poison ivy or knotweed or other things they want to get rid of in their yard, you can hire one of your goat crews, and these guys, when they're a little older, will be munching that.
That's right. Absolutely.
Oh my gosh. Well, they are so cute. Thanks for letting us visit. We might have to come and pet these guys in a little bit. Only $5 to cuddle. All right. Well, I want to check in with Trisha here because, Trisha, you created the whole company all about elderberries. What is it about the elderberry that was calling to you?
Yeah, so elderberries are a nutritional dense type of a fruit. So it's about 4 to 5 times higher in antioxidants over the blueberry, and it's just delicious. And it's not something you can...
Okay, well, let me find out over here. Let me take a little taste. And what am I sampling right here?
This is the Premier elderberry syrup. So you can use it as a beverage concentrate, take a little shot of it.
Oh, it tastes so good. But you can do everything with elderberries. You've got jelly, you've got bombs, you've got a fire cider, a shrubs. You could be making cocktails, but it's also medicine.
Absolutely, yes. A really great healthy tonic, and vinegar is so healthy for your digestive system as well.
Gosh, thanks so much, Trisha. Okay, well, from vinegars and shrubs to barbecue, we've got barbecue stew over here. Okay, Stu, tell me, what's the spiciest thing you've got?
The spiciest one we have is our extra hot on the end.
Okay, I'm going in right now.
Blast furnace extra hot.
The blast furnace extra hot.
And these are timed out where you should feel them for about 43 seconds.
I should be feeling spice for 43 seconds?
That's it.
Wow. And what's the secret to making a good barbecue sauce? Oh, it's getting spicy.
Okay, our secret is what we did. We've traveled the country and Canada and gone to many of the competitions, compared our sauce to other ones. And each region has their own different taste.
Yeah.
So what we do is
Take the best from everywhere.
instead of copying anybody, we make our own.
Yeah.
and we make it from that flavor.
Oh, I love it. Gosh, well, thanks so much, Barbecue Stew. I got to get something else in my mouth because it's really hot right now. How about some maple syrup? We've got Larry over here from Lemon Brothers. Okay, I need something to have a real spicy barbecue sauce in here.
How about a bourbon barrel aged here? Pure maple syrup aged in a bourbon barrel. No alcohol in that.
No alcohol. Oh, that was like perfect, actually. That worked great. And so you have your own farm where you are tapping all these trees and making maple syrup.
Yep, Somerset County, Pennsylvania. You bet. We've been at it for about 15 years.
And this has been a crazy year because of the temperature fluctuation, so it's been a really short season.
Yes, it hasn't been good at all. We're about 60% of a normal year. Wow. It's supposed to stay warm all week and into next week. I'm afraid those trees will start to bud and it'll be over.
So you should buy your maple syrup now because it's probably only going to get more expensive next year, right?
Good chance of that. You're right.
Yeah. Well, I want to pop over here also to Dustin with Super Soup. He's sort of busy talking to other people, but he started this company 4 years ago, and there are a couple really good veggie options over here. I sampled the coconut curry and this sweet potato chili, I think was what I tasted, which was his wife's recipe. What is the secret to making the best soup ever, Dustin?
Man, little faith and a love of soup.
Yeah.
That's the deal. Soup's pretty forgiving, but these are just meant to be a little bit healthier for you.
Sure. And they're super easy to prep, right?
Yeah, yes. The way these work, we designed them so you could just add a couple things to broth or water, bring it up to a boil, and you get like 7 to 8 cups in a half hour.
Wow, and then you got a super soup. Okay, well, we've got to end with cute goats and sheep, right? I got to get back to those little buddies over here. I'm sorry you can't be here to snuggle a little sheep with me. Heading over here, look at our little pals. Oh my gosh, look at our little friends. Well, I just want to send all the cuteness and snuggles back to you in the studio.
I want one.
The Home and Garden Show is open every day through March 15th. We will have a link to tickets and hours on our website, kdka.com/talkpittsburgh.
Well, next up, Ron's here with your forecast. Yep. It's probably not the best week to work in the garden. I'm just assuming.
Or is it? Actually, we're going to have a lot of dry time this weekend. Unfortunately, there is that severe weather chance. We do have a first alert weather day coming up on Saturday. I'll talk more about that, and the rest of the weekend is looking good for gardening. Your forecast coming up.
Well, Ron, I haven't changed over my closet yet.
Okay.
I was just so confused. I'm like, I really wanted to wear shorts today. I mean, not really, but it felt that warm.
For a second, I thought you meant like changing your clock since daylight saving time, and I was like, "What is going on?" But
my closet, Ron.
Okay.
You don't switch over your closet?
No, I do.
Okay.
Sadly, I have too many clothes now.
I'm not surprised.
So, no, you shouldn't be. No, it's looking like it's time to do that, to change over the closet. Temperature is certainly warming up. We're in the 70s today, widespread 70s out there. We have more in the way of 70s. Expected for your weekend as well. Now, unfortunately, there is this severe weather chance for your Saturday. And I do want to just kind of give you a quick heads up that most of the day is looking dry. Please try to get outside and enjoy the weather. Don't let the severe weather scare you off. Here's the thing, though. Be weather aware. I know Trey, I know Mary will be here in the weekend. Ray and myself will be monitoring things as well. Make sure you know what's going on with the weather, because the weather conditions with the setup that we have, fast-moving storms, it can change very quickly.
Yeah, I mean, it does feel like we're getting a true taste of spring this weekend when you see those severe storms that can pop up like this. And I know we're springing forward this weekend. People are going to want to get outside and enjoy the sun. So those storms on Saturday, they're not going to be all day, and it looks like Sunday, too, looks okay.
Yeah, no, Sunday's looking fantastic. We're looking at high temperatures, not as warm, but they're still going to be over the average this time of the year. The average high this time of the year is 45 degrees, so we're going to be probably hovering near 50 degrees during the afternoon hours. So we're not going to be as warm, but I think a lot of folks will take it. Yep.
Sun's out, that's all that matters.
That's it. Sunday's the day.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ron, thank you. Starting your career, moving away from home, finding yourself, your 20s, as you know, are full of evolution.
Yeah, and a lot of mistakes in life and love, for sure.
I'm finally ready for us to be together. And I'll never have to wonder about anything else.
I'm seeing someone.
That is... Congratulations. So, Josh, you want to just, tell me when you're done then?
And that leads us to today's Talk Pittsburgh question of the week. What's something you've learned that you wish you knew in your 20s?
Oh, this is such a perfect question. Tomorrow is International Women's Day. We have, and, we're going to talk a lot about this, but We applaud all of our fierce females who join us each day to talk. We're going to have Ron do this one too because he has two amazing daughters, not in their 20s yet. But this question we know you're paying attention to.
Why are you laughing?
Because I feel like I'm under like I'm in the hot seat here.
Yeah, you are. You are.
No, this is good. This
Who's
is gonna
good
be
cop,
good.
who's bad cop?
We take turns.
Yeah.
All right.
We take turns every day, so you don't know what you're getting.
Yeah. Keep you like toes.
Just you wait.
All
All
right.
right, we're going to read some of your comments. A lot of people weighing in. And Ron, I want to hear if you think this is something that you would do, if you would give the same advice to your daughters too. Little Grandma Sue on Instagram, to have saved money instead of buying things I didn't need. Maybe then I would have more money now that I'm older.
Okay.
I wonder, I struggle with this one, not because I waste money, but I do think that sometimes these little things like an expensive coffee make me feel
Make you happy.
better.
It's little things.
And we need those little dopamine boosts, I think, sometimes through the day.
Well, and I think something that kind of springboards with that too is make sure that what you're buying is quality, that it sticks around, that it
So
stays
hard.
with you.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times you try to think that, oh, I'm making a deal here, and it just doesn't last. So,
I'll tell you what, expensive coffee sticks with me for about 3 hours.
It's not just a coffee, it's an experience. I'm
I
okay
get
with
it.
buying experiences, you know?
Right.
Kathy on Facebook, she says that not everyone has to like me. I don't have to like everyone. That's a good lesson.
Yep.
I am perfectly okay with someone not liking me. And I've grown into that, and that's fine.
I do think that's one of those things. I have talked to so many women who, you worry about this in your 20s. In your 30s, maybe you worry less about it because you're so busy. In your 40s, you start to get that feeling. By 50s, and especially your 60s, you are done. You don't like me?
Okay.
See you later.
Yeah. I don't have energy for that, right?
No.
Right. All right. Peggy on Facebook also said, I started teaching when I was 21. I retired 41 years later. I have learned that I gave way too much of my life to it. Not in the years, but in the days. I spent 12-hour days at my school and slept 5 hours nightly. She said she loves teaching, loved the kids, too much. If I had the opportunity, I would tell someone who was just beginning a career as a teacher, I'd tell them not to do what I did.
It's so hard, though, because you know that no one else is stepping in those positions.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we see you, we appreciate you. Think about how many people you helped in that, too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean,
That's amazing.
people, they love their career, but I think you get to the point where you realize what's really important. And yes, that's important, but your family and just the quality time that you spend with them and yourself, can't put a measure on that one.
Yeah.
Okay, so Cozy Creations on Instagram says the importance of working out, even if it's just walking daily, because when you are in your 50s and menopause has taken place, ooh, girl, your body and joints would appreciate it. I mean, I'm not quite in menopause yet, so I don't know, but I feel her on that. I mean, just moving your body is so important, and I wish I would have learned that lesson in my early 20s, because I really didn't have an understanding of like fitness and eating well at a young age.
Ron, you work out every day, don't you?
I try to. He works
Do
out.
you want to?
Do you want to
give just one of these? Just go ahead.
No,
give
I'm
it.
good.
Yeah.
What about you guys? Did you guys have any advice to give?
You know what? Honestly, I think that life for every single person is different. It is hard to give blanket advice. I think that mistakes will come. And the most important thing you can do is to learn from them. You don't have to obsess about your mistakes. I think that is something I did in my 20s, where you would wake up in the middle of the night, like, I can't believe I had that conversation with somebody today. You're going to make mistakes, learn from them, grow from them. That is the best thing that you can do.
I would say for me, it's just that things always have a way of working themselves out. And so just wasting energy and your mental capacity stressing out, it really in the end usually isn't even worth it, because you get through it and half the time you forget what you were even that upset over. Even if it's something big, like life has a way of working itself out.
What about you, Ron?
I think also you have to remind yourself, a lot of people say you only get one life. You actually get 2 lives.
Are you a cat? Are you a cat? How many?
No. So the first life you get, but the second life actually starts the moment that you realize you only had that one life.
Oh, you went philosophical on us. Deep, my brother.
Okay. Let's just let that sink in for a moment.
Boom.
Hey, don't come on Talk Pittsburgh. So what's it like to help launch the next chapter of a massive gaming franchise? A Pittsburgh studio is celebrating the release of God of War: Sons of Sparta. Ahead, we are breaking down what makes this one so special.
And if you'd rather have a handful of snacks instead of a game controller, Heather's got your popcorn plans next. Well, the weekend is in sight and the 70-degree weather is here. But with rain in the forecast, we know some couch time is in your future too. So Heather has your popcorn plans.
I certainly do. And I don't know about you, but if you are still reeling from Wuthering Heights, we have something else that's hot and steamy. Take a look at Vladimir.
The romance, fixation, and the pining. I have a thing for crazy girls.
Your behavior has been erratic.
I feel like you're on another planet these days. Maybe you need to step down from teaching.
Ooh, lust is crazy, huh? Enter our middle-aged woman who feels unseen, and the title role, Vladimir, arrives at the right or maybe wrong time. The leading lady here is struggling to find her place, played by Rachel Weisz. Her marriage is stale even after years of being in an open marriage. Her writing has stalled, and then we find her in the midst of fantasizing over her younger colleague. Comedy, drama, and some intrigue. Vladimir is based on a book and is a limited series streaming now on Netflix. And I have to tell you, academia is kind of a theme this week for all of our picks. We are staying on campus for Rooster, starring Steve Carell. Take a look.
Hey, Rooster! Oh, hey there!
The kids call you Rooster?
Some of the kids think I'm kind of like my character.
Nice washboard. Are you okay?
Anytime Katie has a problem, I swoop in, but I can't fix this. I'm not Rooster.
This is college. You can be the Rooster if you want.
Steve Carell plays an author who comes in to save the day as his adult daughter is getting a divorce. The ex is a professor, she's a professor, and Carol's character gets wrapped up in college life. It's a comedy, but expect some heartwarming feels too. One of the writers behind Ted Lasso is in on this one. It premieres Sunday on HBO Max, and yep, one episode at a time. Very old school. Finally, one for the kids, and I've been waiting for a good movie to take the kids to go see. I am so relieved that Hoppers is finally out.
The traditional methods to understand animals just weren't working. But we've done it, Mabel. We created a revolutionary technology that gives us unprecedented access to the animal world. We call it Hoppers. Huh? We put this into this. Yes, this into this. Mabel, be careful!
Hoppers takes us first to Beavertown University, where we meet college student Mabel, who becomes Mabel the Beaver in hopes of learning more about the animal kingdom. There's humor, of course, and a good message. The latest installment from Pixar is getting some good reviews too, already on Rotten Tomatoes with a 97% from reviewers. It is in theaters now. And that wraps up your popcorn plans for this weekend. Happy watching.
All right, thanks so much, Heather. All right, this weekend, learn about local art. A new exhibit from global artist Ajamu X is now on display. His latest work, Fierce Pittsburgh, opened this week at the Silver Eye Center for Photography. And on Saturday, the artist will be there talking about his creative process, answering questions, and releasing new work. That starts at 11 a.m. And celebrate Women's History Month by learning about the women in the windows. This tour, held at the Hines Memorial Chaplain Pitts campus, tells the story of a woman on the chapel's walls and windows. The tour runs on select days all month long. The next one is Sunday at 2 p.m. and admission is $10. We have links to both of these events on our website, kdka.com/talkpittsburgh. Well, ahead on the show, we've got some good news to share today, including a new music venue and an update on the Oliver Bathhouse, 5 years in the making. Talk Pittsburgh. We'll be right back in 2. Welcome back to Talk Pittsburgh. Thank you for spending your afternoon with us.
Ahead this half hour, the gaming world is so hot right now. The new Pokemon dropped yesterday, and a lot of sleep-deprived gamers are out there right now. But it's not the only game in town. We are grabbing our togas and going full Spartan for this latest installment. It was created right here in our city.
Right. Plus a glass of iced tea, birds chirping, and a good page turner. We're getting the best reads for spring from a local bookshop that just earned a big ranking. First, let's get into some good news that has us talking. Well, Saturday is the day. The long-awaited reopening of the Oliver Bathhouse on Pittsburgh's South Side will happen tomorrow. Construction started for repairs to the historic building in 2023, but it has been closed prior to that because of the pandemic. If you want to check out the daily swim schedule, we'll have that on our website.
The Hill District is going to be the place to be for live music. We're getting our first look inside Citizens live at the Wiley, a new music venue. The goal is to bring music back to a neighborhood that was once defined by it. Live Nation says the massive venue will pay tribute to the music legacy and history in the Hill. And you'll notice that that is happening with a lot of artwork and installations throughout the building. Big enough for 4,000 people. There's also going to be a rooftop lounge and VIP space.
Oh, I can't wait. That space looks so cool. All right, if you love a good bargain and supporting local libraries, the C.C. Mellor Memorial Library is hosting its annual book sale fundraiser today through Monday, March 9th at the Edgewood Club. There will be more than 15,000 books, movies, and music items. Prices start at just 50 cents. And check this out. On the final day, you can fill an entire bag for only $60. It's the library's biggest fundraiser of the year, helping to support programs and services across several local communities.
Okay, jotting that one
right,
down
I knew
right
you would
now.
love that. All right, if you're starting your spring TBR, that's your to be read list. This one's for you.
Fresh off their recognition as one of the friendliest small businesses in the country, we have Luis Correa, General Manager of White Whale Bookstore, with us this afternoon. First of all, we got to get into the congrats.
Oh,
for
thanks.
you.
It's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of pressure.
So wait, tell us about this, because we saw that this information came out about White Whale. As soon as I saw the email come through, I was like, oh, this is so cool.
You know, it's a surprise, but it feels correct. And we're just committed to providing really great service, but also really great book recommendations.
So this was friendliest? Was it friendliest?
Friendliest,
small business?
yeah.
Small business? Is that what it was?
What makes you guys so friendly? I mean, if you had to brag on yourself a little bit.
Well, we really take a lot of attention to listen to a customer, and when they say they're looking for something like to connect with their dad, we'll help them find the right kind of book for them.
Yeah.
And you're just a friendly guy. Yeah, you are.
So you have some great recommendations,
Yes.
and I asked you ahead of time, like, you got thrillers, you got some spice. What are you bringing? You said
I'm bringing
nonfiction today.
Yeah, a little bit of nonfiction. So the first book is Lindy West's Adult Braces. This is a journey of self-discovery. Lindy is best known for Shrill, which became a big Hulu show.
Right.
And she's known for being funny, unapologetic, fat, and proud of it. And so she became a beacon for a lot of women.
Yeah.
But then all the pressure kind of got to her, and she had a little bit of a mentee bee, and decides to go on this journey, go on a road trip, roadside kitsch, natural wonders, and she made this funny and incisive book. And we have the pleasure of actually hosting her next week. The book comes out on Tuesday.
Fun.
She'll be in town on Friday, and tickets are available at White Whale Bookstore.
Sometimes the best kind of mentee bees, as you say, come when you get something out of it on the other side. You just got to lean in a little bit and say, this is happening.
Yeah.
What am I going to do next?
A book deal.
A book
Big
deal.
deal.
That'll
Love that.
do it.
But it just sounds like a book that a lot of people can relate to. It just adds some humor too. So what else do we have?
The next book that we're talking about today is Chain of Ideas by Ibram X. Kendi. I've got a couple of these other books that people might know him for. That is How to Be an Anti-Racist and also Stamped from the Beginning, which he got the National Book Award for. So he's known as a historian who's really able to look at today's moment and how we got here. Here he's looking at this big conspiracy theory called the Great Replacement Theory, which is a load of hogwash, and it's all meant to like make us feel scared and fear for each other and people like trying to impose power and authoritarianism. So this book is him calling us on all to like rally together and fight fascism.
Wow.
Yeah. And we're actually hosting him too. So the book comes out on the 17th, and he'll be here the next day on the 18th.
Wow.
Tickets are available at whitewhalebookstore.com.
Amazing. All right. And so the next one is from a Booker Prize-winning author.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
amazing.
so excited about this book. The book is John of John by Douglas Stewart. So a closeted art student leaves the mainland to go back to his home, which is on a Scottish island, and they're known for two things. Their fine woven tweed and religious dogmatism. And he's gonna have to live with his father again. But it turns out he's not the only one with a secret.
Oh.
It is the kind of book that's going to crack your heart and soul wide open. It's really beautiful, really immersive. I love John of John, and it's already cracking up to be one of the best books of the year.
Yeah.
Wow.
You think you have a big secret? Someone else has an even bigger one.
Yeah, right,
That's
right.
how life works.
Add that to your TBR. The last one, and this is great because earlier this week we were already talking about the semi-quincentennial, and this is going to tie in perfectly.
This is a great book. I really love Isaac Fitzgerald. I follow his career for a while now, and here he is with American Rambler, which is a story of him going on a journey of self-discovery again, but he is looking for following the ghost of Johnny Appleseed, who is a real person. And so he follows American history. You learn a lot about its hopes, its dreams, and also a bit of its scars. And Isaac has this really conversational and fun voice that's just like reminiscent. I don't know, the best thing I can think of is a big, bright, beautiful sky. It's the perfect book for like the semi-quincentennial, where you're learning about U.S. history, but also for Father's Day, for graduates looking for some soul searching.
Well, that's perfect because we're celebrating America's big 250th anniversary this
great
year.
one.
Yeah.
Where you really like find out about America and also about yourself too.
I love that.
Yeah.
Good choices
Yeah,
for this time.
a little something for everyone.
White Whale Bookstore is open daily from 10 to 7 in Bloomfield. We will link you up to their website at kdka.com/talkpittsburgh. As you heard, there are some tickets and authors coming in if you want to catch any of that too.
All right, still to come on the show, we're checking in with Barry Pintar in the newsroom for your first look at the KDK Evening News.
Plus, one of the most iconic video game franchises has a new chapter, and it was crafted right here in Pittsburgh. Discover how Mega Cat Studios contributed to the newest God of War adventure, coming up next.
Of course, Pittsburgh is the city of champions. It has a dynamic food scene and one of the best arts communities on the East Coast, but it's also becoming a powerhouse in the world of video games.
We love that for us. Our city is currently home to 6 game development studios, and one of them is leveling up in a major way. The team at Mega Cat Studios in Polish Hill just helped create the latest installment in the wildly popular God of War series. The game just launched on PlayStation 5, bringing a global gaming franchise a little closer to home.
It might just be the biggest video game to ever come out of Pittsburgh, and today we're diving into how it was made right here in our city with Hank Wagenbach from Mega Cat Studios. We are so excited for you and happy that you are here. This is major. How does it feel to have such a big part in creating this game for a huge franchise?
Yeah, it's been a real honor,
Yeah.
to be involved with the project. We worked, step by step with our partner, Santa Monica Studio, to develop something that's brand new in a couple different ways.
And I think, for people at home who don't play video games, can I just tell you that this is a huge deal. The hype that is happening here in the studio, I mean, we've heard from so many people who play it, know someone who plays it, know someone who's obsessed with this. So it's really a huge thing to be a part of. And how did Mega Cat contribute with all of this? I mean, did you build it from ground up, or how does this work?
Yeah, so we developed the game, again, with Santa Monica Studio. So working with them to, take the franchise, take, the story and the war, and kind of make it our own. God of War Sons of Sparta is a prequel in the story, so it's new. It's a coming-of-age story following young Kratos, the main character from the franchise that we all know and love.
Yeah.
And following him and his brother.
All right, so we're going to see some of the gameplay next here soon, and you're going to kind of walk us through the storyline a little bit more, and just because I'm really excited to see what this looks like.
Yeah. No, it's exciting.
Okay.
It's a pixel art game, so it's kind of the Mega Cat style
that people have become used to.
Yeah, that
which
we
is like
specialize in.
retro.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yes.
Okay, so we have it pulled up here. I think you're going to get us started because I think you're probably more well versed with how this works. So get us started and tell us about the character we see here.
So this is just after the opening scene, and basically this is Kratos. He is on his way back to Sparta. Yeah, it's just here. I'll hand this
let me-
over to you.
He looks like he's ready to go.
So yeah,
Get used to the
if you run
controls.
to the right there.
Let me just see what I'm doing here.
Yep.
Okay. Am I,
wait,
so
are
I'm
you
staying in this zone. Do I have to hit this?
And square is attack here on this
Square
one.
is attack, so I want
if
to
you
attack.
run to the right, you'll be on your way to Sparta.
Right.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Okay.
Circle.
Got it. Save. Got it.
Yeah, to the right.
To the right.
Yep.
Going this way.
So yeah, you can see, the pixel art style is 2D, which is obviously a huge difference between, the original God of War franchise. And it was really wonderful, because it is pixel art,
So
it's
do I have to fight this guy?
Yeah, so if you...
What is that?
Oh, nice.
Is that a spider or a scorpion or some
Yeah,
sort?
yeah.
Okay.
Huge part of the game is the combat, and we
that's right,
certainly
this one.
spent a lot of time incorporating like a lot of different kind of enemies.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I did it.
Some from the old games, the old entries, and some new ones. So.
All right, you're doing a great job there, Heather.
Okay.
So is it the 2D and even probably the music that is really attracting a lot of people?
Yeah, we got a chance to work with Bear McCreary, who is really well known for previous entries of God of War, also Lord of the Rings. And we have a really wonderful voiceover cast that was able to join the project, like the original voice of Kratos, P.C. Carson.
Yeah. And so what are you guys working on next? Or anything kind of in your pipeline?
I'm sorry. I'm so distracted. I forgot we were doing an interview.
No, it's fine.
I'm trying to win this game.
That goes to show you. It really draws you in.
Yeah, we certainly have a lot of games that we're continuing to support and
figured it
continuing
out.
to work on in active development. So really exciting stuff that we're hoping
sounds
to
like
show off
you
soon.
can't say. You can't say, right?
Yeah. But certainly, exciting.
And what do I do with this
Okay.
thing?
Is that a treasure?
So yeah, triangle. If you hold the top of the face buttons,
Oh!
Yeah.
Look at
Is
that.
this power? Did I just get some more power?
So those are red orbs, which you can spend on to skill up in our skill trees and to buy new items, craft things.
Okay.
Yeah, it incorporates like these really great systems that I think the players will really enjoy.
All right. Well, we're going to let Heather keep playing there. Seems like a lot of fun. All right. God of War Sons of Sparta is available now for PlayStation 5 users. We'll have more information about this new game as well as Mega Cat Studios on our website.
Okay, I'm trying. Still to come on the show, KDK's Barry Pintar standing by in the newsroom with the stories you don't want to miss tonight on the KDK Evening News. Was I? Taking a moment to find out what you can expect to see on KDK TV News tonight at 4, 5, and 6.
Yeah, Barry Pintar is in our newsroom with some of the stories our news team is working on. Barry?
Good afternoon, Heather and Mike. Yeah, here are a couple of those stories for you. A man impersonates a police officer, but unlike other stories where someone impersonates an officer to civilians, this man impersonated an officer to other police officers. It happened in Verona. The man was pulled over for a traffic violation and showed officers a badge claiming to be a fellow officer from Penn Hills. They let him go only to find out he's not an officer, so they chased him down a second time. We'll tell you if he ended up being arrested. Also, we talked about this at the beginning. The 44th annual Pittsburgh Home and Garden Show starts today. We just saw Boaz there a little bit ago. In a few moments, I'm actually going to be heading over there as well to bring you live reports during our newscast, searching for the latest and greatest showing up in 2026. Those stories and more coming up. Quickly, you started to tell me at the beginning of the show, Heather, what's a must-see for me while I'm there?
Okay, well, you know that I am a big hot tub girly. We just got ours. What I heard from Mark Moore, who's the executive director of the Home and Garden Show, is that everyone now, the big thing, is getting a sauna.
Oh, really?
So you're going to see a lot of saunas there. This is something they typically have there, but I think in addition to that, people are really trying to find those relaxation things they can bring into their home.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
take a look for those.
Yeah, they say it's real healthy for you. I'll check it out for sure.
Thanks, Barry.
We got a birthday party planned for Saturday, so fingers crossed the storms don't hit us.
I hope they don't. Yeah.
Coming up Monday on Talk Pittsburgh, we are totally geeking out. Neil deGrasse Tyson is joining us for a conversation about space, science, and an upcoming trip to Pittsburgh. And yes, we have to ask him about aliens.
Of course. And the team behind Slice on Broadway has something new cooking up in Carnegie. They're rolling us something delicious to help us celebrate National Meatball Day in Saucy style.
I wonder what it could be.